Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, talking about your mornings, which is so wonderful because I basically talked about a morning routine for, I don't know, 3 years, but like precisely about a morning routine in over a couple hundred talks. And we're bringing it back to center of focus with our magic practice, the book by Rhonda Byrne. And today, specifically, we are diving into and devoting intentional gratitude into our morning practice, whatever that looks like. And as you think about the way that you've treated your mornings, over the past week, month, year, I want you to think about how you would show up when your eyes open up. What do you feel the first thing when you wake up in the morning? Where do your thoughts go? Where does your mind wander? What are you automatically consumed by? Maybe even like unknowingly, but when you think about it, you're like, damn, I do think about that a lot. That's okay. Where is your brain at? And for most of us, it's not going to be the, you know what, Callie, I wake up and I just am automatically like, thank you, thank you, thank you for this morning and another day. I hope that's what we're going to start to create, but I'm guessing that's not where a lot of us are yet. And today's pretty simple if you've been following along for the last 12 days, where we've been going through this intentional gratitude practice, where we've been identifying that where we focus, we will continue to arrive. Whatever we're focused on will continue to come back to us, whether that is the negative and the sad and the disheartening, or the excited, the joyful, the success of this forward movement. Wherever we're focusing is where we're going to get more in our lives. And as we've gone through the last practices, I hope you guys see that it's becoming more of something that's natural within you. And I wish that I could remember exactly what it felt like the first time I went through the magic. Did I feel this good this quick? Because I have done this book so many different times and I do the practice on a regular basis, that for me the answer is like, heck yeah, my life changed overnight already. It's day 12 or whatever it is, practice 12, and I'm already changed. I don't actually know which day it is right now, day 11, practice 11. And that might not be the case, but you do see how you're starting to fill into situations differently. And if you haven't done the practice, you guys go back to the beginning. You guys can listen at day one. We have two pre-days, and then we're actually on practice 11 right now. So you can go through each one and feel what it feels like. But it makes today feel super simple because we've already done so much quote unquote work, but more so, we've raised so much awareness around having intentional gratitude. What does that look like? A magic morning. So I said that originally I have talked about morning routines for a long time. There have been multiple morning routines that have allowed and um, enabled me to really make some huge progress in my life in the past. And when I started taking control of my mornings in more of a like decisive planned way of really seeing what I wanted to go after and having all of these different positive features, I saw a lot of success and forward movement within my own life. So I started talking about it more on stage, specifically one time where I was doing an entire, presentation about owning your mornings and what that looked like. And then somebody came up to me afterwards and they were like, I loved your presentation on the miracle morning. And I was like, what's the miracle morning? And he's like, that's what you just presented on. I was like, I mean, I guess, yeah, it is pretty miraculous. He's like, no, the book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And I said, I have not gotten it. I will have to pick it up. And he's like, that's what your presentation was. Nope, no, I had not read it. So grabbed the book, read the book, loved the book, promoted the book, just like I'm doing here, right? This isn't like some sort of partnership, but just out of the acknowledgement in my heart that if more people took this practice to heart, it would change their world. And then in my talks, my Good Morning Sunshine talks, I focused on one of Hal Elrod's savers every single day to support them in remembering what positive benefits they could have from doing a morning routine. Here's the funny thing though. I realized later on, and there's been a lot of modifications. I haven't read his newest version yet. There was never a space for gratitude, specific gratitude in the miracle morning practice. The savers didn't include that. And after I've come to do these practices, it is above and beyond any of the other things. My silence, my meditation, my affirmations, my visualization, my journaling, my personal development. Out of any of those things, number one thing that I'm going to make sure I do every single morning, no matter what, come hell or high water, is my gratitude practice, is saying thank you. Luckily, if you guys have been doing the practice, you've already done that for 10 days. You're counting your blessings every morning. You're writing down 10 things every morning that you're grateful for. If you guys haven't done that yet, join us. Just get out a piece of paper when you wake up, think of 10 things that you're thankful for and see how it starts to get easier. It starts to show up in your heart differently. And today is the practice of having a magic morning. And when you're looking at that, it's above and beyond the counting your blessings because it's really connecting to the fact that your eyes just opened. I've talked about this in a couple of other podcasts on here that like when you're did you just wake up today? Did your eyes just open? Are you so blessed that you get to have another day? Isn't it wild that we don't say thank you before doing anything else? That we just assume this day was meant to be ours when we are on borrowed time. And truthfully, the fact that we get another day is one of the most beautiful blessings in the world. J.B. Priestley, writer and playwright, says, I have always been delighted at the prospect of a new day, a fresh try, one more start, with perhaps a bit of magic waiting somewhere behind the morning. And I love that because not only is he right away giving thanks for the opportunity of another day, but the opportunities that the day could bring. And we're going to do, well, we'll dive into another part of this practice later. So let's focus on this piece of it. Today, the next day after you're listening, watching this, when you wake up, the first thing is before you even move your being, you come into your conscious from your subconscious to your conscious, like, oh, hey, girl, there we are. I don't care if you're like, man, I'm so tired, turn the alarm off, all the different things. Before that, thank you, thank you, thank you that I get another day. See how that brings a shift into your attitude with your very next thought. You might have been mad about the alarm going off. You might be, thinking about the pain that you're having right away. But when you start off, thank you, thank you, thank you, it already starts to rework your neural pathways to be looking for those things to be grateful for. And then the process continues throughout your entire morning routine, whatever that looks like. And I'm not saying that you need to do the miracle morning routine. We're not talking about that right here, but whatever that looks like, when you sit up, and I'm very connected to this practice because I just do it so often. So I feel like I talk about it so much. But you know what? You need the refresher. Even if you've heard me before, you need the refresher. You wake up and you're like, wow, there's a bed underneath my body that supported me last night. Thank you. Some people don't have beds. There are clean sheets. Maybe you're not surrounded by a bunch of pee like I am for my child from the night before, which is okay for right now. We're in a stage. You're in clean sheets. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. You have a pillow beneath your head. There's a cup of water next to you. You turn around and you're able to sit up on your own. I was doing a video 2 years ago. I didn't know that babies couldn't sit. Like they don't have abdominal muscles yet. And my son, I don't know if he was one yet, but he's like laying on this little, whatever, this like little pillow, and he's trying to sit up desperately, and he can't sit up. He has to roll over in order to sit up because he didn't have those muscles. Some people are like that. Could you sit up? And then you get to plop your feet down on the floor. Do they feel good when you stand up? Do your legs operate? Do they work? And then you go through your entire morning routine acknowledging, and you don't have to be walking around the house where everybody else is listening to you. Oh, thank you, feet. This is awesome. Thank you, legs. I love you. Thank you so much that I can go to the bathroom. Thank you, toilet. Oh, running water. Look at you. Thank you. I just adore you. You could absolutely do that. Your family is, they might think you're crazy, but they're also going to start to learn from you. But more so just practicing an acknowledgement of this in your mind as you're going through your morning. Do you have access to a toothbrush? Do you get to brush your teeth? Do you have gargle if you like gargle? Are you using a dental floss? Do you have a dentist that you went to within the last 6 months so that you have healthy teeth? Do you have stairs in your home that you're able to maneuver up and down? That's pretty cool if you do. And then you go to the kitchen and you have a coffee maker, this wondrous coffee maker. Or for me, that first sip of vanilla almond latte tea that I have is like, oh, every morning. So grateful for that. Getting to watch the sunrise. If you can walk outside, I know, depending on the weather and time of the year and all the things, and watch as the sun comes up, what a beautiful, wondrous thing that is. The fact that you have vision, that you can see colors, that you can hear the birds chirping around you, if that's the thing, that you have clothes to put on. Maybe you have a closet with more than 5 outfits that you get to choose from, multiple pairs of shoes. That is just wild. Some people don't have that. And going through your morning, spending more intentional, deep focus on all of these different pieces. And even as I'm talking about it, you guys, even as I'm saying these words, I feel the the deep gratitude, the gratefulness, the joy that lives there because that's where my focus is. And you might have some big things going on right now. You might have some challenges that you're pushing through. And you could just all morning long be focused on the what if I don't get the promotion? 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 Or whatever that is. And then you're in this space of this negative flow, this negative vibration that gets to show back up for you all day long, where I don't know, maybe you do or don't get the promotion. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I know that if you walk through your morning focusing on different things that you do love, that you are grateful for, that other people don't get to experience or have, when you show up to life, whatever that means for you, wherever that's at, in relationships, in communication, in your job, in your workspace, your success as a parent, you're going to be better. You're going to be a better human. You're going to smile more, you're going to laugh more, you're going to be able to identify with the joy and the good more, and as you do, more bright, beautiful things are going to start to show up in your life. That's what this magic is all about. The book is all about. We continue to reiterate this over and over again, but we cannot hear it enough or see it enough until we really start to feel it in our own lives. Because otherwise, you might just be like, this is kind of hodgepodge. I'm not going to wake up and go through and say, thank you that I have a toilet. Hell, of course I have a toilet. Other people don't have toilets, right? And being able to see that your physical being is going to start to change, your heart space is going to start to change the more that you're doing this, is going to be a wondrous experience once you start devoting yourself to this. Now, if you've just listened to today's lesson, awesome, no problem. I hope that maybe you dive into the idea of having a magic morning, or maybe you'll go out and grab Hel Elrod's book and discover more about what that miracle morning routine is. But I really do encourage you to take it back to the other days, or go grab the book, or both, better yet, right? And really walk through 28 days to see how the continuous practice, forming this new habit of intentional gratitude, of seeking the positive things around us and identifying that, yes, we are surrounded by so much love and joy and beauty and support and beneficial structures, things, and people in our world. And we might just be missing them. Our eyes are closed. And because of that, all you see is the dark, the gloom, the hard, and you keep getting more dark, gloom, and hard. So I really encourage you guys, join us on this practice if you have not already. I appreciate you all so much. The morning routine has always been one of my favorites, and I hope that tomorrow morning yours is one of complete magic transformed by your gratitude. And then it doesn't stop there. You guys, it keeps going after that. Thank you so much. Again, we are doing 28 days of intentional gratitude in this series with the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. If you haven't grabbed it, grab it. Catch up with us. Go out of order, go in order. I don't care. Just join us for a little bit more gratitude in your heart. I love you guys. And don't forget, perspective reveals miracles.